Oh my gosh. Am I actually live finally? That took forever. Hello, can someone let me know if I'm live? Man, this is what happens when you don't have the technology you need, people. There we go. Thank Jesus, Jesus, everyone that's involved. Hopefully the sound is right because, yeah, I don't have my stuff. I'm still here in Austin, Texas, so half the crap that I was trying to set up wasn't working for me. So thank you, everyone who actually stuck around. Dan, you can go suck a big one. I'm going to have a drink. And thank you, everyone that can join or is tuning in right now. Appreciate it. I have a drink right now because I am very just stressed. You know, we're living in a very stressful time in life right now. But how is everyone going? How is everyone doing? How is everyone dealing with essentially chaos that is going on in the world right now? Patrick, I can't help it, man. I'm dealing with a bare bones crew right now. I'm, doing 18 things. I got my iPad over here. I'm trying to do things. I'm sorry. Unacceptable, man. So what about that news that literally just came out about Spiral, Run, and oh God, I don't know what other movie just got delayed. Like honestly, every single movie is being delayed. This is redonkulous. Dan, I'm sorry that you got a big one in your mouth right now. I got to go down under for that. Alex Madden, this is like Judgment Day. Dude, just wait. We will have Judgment Day in a matter of probably a month because everything that has happened in the last 3 weeks is insane. So, yeah, we can only expect more of this craziness. No one cares about Spiral. I think Patrick in the chat likes Spiral. He's a big Saw fan. He's doing his Saw kind of countdown and everything. So I'm sure that's throwing people off. People that were doing their Bond countdown for No Time to Die, that's being thrown off. This is a key lesson to all of you guys watching out there. Don't make plans. Don't make a schedule. Just, shoot from the hip. Yeah, Pat. Yeah, Sam. Samuel One World. I totally see where you're coming from about the hours being cut and everything like that. I actually just got word yesterday that it's so weird to say I don't get to work. Usually you're like, oh, I have to work. Like, I don't get to work for 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how all of this goes. So I don't have any money coming in. I am probably going to be making a bunch more videos, working on JBuck Live. There's a bunch of new stuff that I'm trying to work on because obviously movie reviews are very much taking a back seat. There might be some streaming stuff, but this is a very odd time. I know that my parents have been checking in on me every like hour or two to make sure I'm still alive. Oh God. Patrick, super sad about Spiral. Yeah, it's a shame, man. I mean, let's delay the Disney remakes instead. Yeah, Ryan, I absolutely agree. I don't know, a bunch of people. What do you guys kind of think of all of these platforms or like Universal releasing these movies a little bit earlier, and all of these people talking about putting Disney Plus, like all of those movies onto Disney Plus? Like, what do you guys kind of think about that? Yeah, Alex, I feel for you, man, because I know that you work in the service industry, and I totally feel for you. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I don't like talking about personal things, but I did have to file for unemployment today as well. So it's this very odd, strange thing. So I guess I can put 40 plus hours a week into just this and into you guys and talking and whatnot. Again, I'm stuck in Austin, Texas, and hopefully my flight isn't delayed or I get stuck here even longer because I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go cuckoo cuckoo. Ashley, yeah, you had it under control from the beginning. So you've been preparing for this madness for a while now, and I love how you're being very I'll say stern about saying, "Oh, there's no movies to review." Like, this whole thing is obviously affecting everyone, but the movie community is being hit a lot because it's like, what do I review? What kind of video do I put out? Get creative. Get weird. This is the time to start, maybe teaming up with other content creators, or maybe going back through a backlog, doing movies, doing kind of throwback reviews, um, doing weird things. Doing weird things for sure. Let's see here. I got some questions that some people sent in a couple days ago, so we can get those. Trivial Theater, thank you. No, yeah, I appreciate the support from everyone. I mean, I wanted to try to do this live stream because, again, I'm stuck down here, so hopefully the internet is working. But I don't know. Again, so just weird. Let's see here. Ask me anything. This first one is very much a racist question, so I'm not going to do that question. Are you disappointed? This is from Ty Jensen. Are you disappointed that No Time to Die was delayed? Yes, I'm very much disappointed. I mean, every movie's getting disappointed. It's so weird because within a 2-day period of when I first got these questions, every single movie is pretty much just down the toilets, I guess. I don't know. Disney Plus, who knows if people are going to throw stuff on Disney Plus. What's going to be the kind of the environment? I don't know. What is the protocol going forward? Because all of these movies, I know here in America, all of the movies, or AMC, Cinemark, and stuff like that, they're staying closed for 6 to 12 weeks. So like three to maybe 4 months. I don't know what the hell that's going to do, because that's putting us right at the middle of summer movie season. So it's like, are there going to be a summer movie season? Are people going to figure out something else to do rather than these movies? Is this going to be around for God knows who long? Are we going to have to start, eating our pets? I don't want to put it out there, but like, is it going to get that far? Who knows? Yeah, Trivia Theater, going back to bad movies, I can make suggestions. I know that you are the queen of finding the hidden gems, the dirty dozen, essentially, just the weird stuff out there. So, get weird. Yeah, that's good advice. I should consider that. Andre reacts. Hey man, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in, supporting this channel, supporting this stream. Sam, I got a couple movie series, movie delays. Awesome, man. Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta think outside the box. Maybe get to some of those movies or ideas you've been putting off. And this is the time. I mean, this is the weird thing where it's very I very much have a pessimistic mood about everything, but it does give me time to write some stuff, film stuff that that I've essentially been putting off, and also just give me a break from movies, because I don't know. I mean, social media. The thing is, I see so much crap on Twitter, and it's just, I'm getting so sick of it. So it almost gives me a break from things. Andre, I did like Uncut Gems. Very anxiety-inducing film. Good Time. I really enjoyed Good Time. I need to rewatch Good Time because I don't know which one I liked more, Good Time or Uncut Gems. They both just put me on the edge of my seat. I've seen Good Boys. I thought it was hilarious. Very good comedy of last year. I wouldn't say like critically. I would say it had the big laughs, but critically it's a little I wouldn't say up there, I guess. Italian trivia theater, Italian theaters. Oh yeah, Italy is pretty much just shut down. Tyler Calvert, thank you for joining in on this. And yes, I'm gonna have to set up my OnlyFans or ChatterBait or myfreecams.com, and get out there and do the hard work, do the leg work, do those hip thrusts and everything for those viewers. Maybe a helicopter spin or two. I don't know. Again, I'm gonna have to think of alternative methods to come up with money, besides going to the local gas station back alley giving hand jobs like I did in college. Reaction Life. What did you think of Black Widow? Yeah, Black Widow being delayed. It was only a moment, or it was only a matter of time because Fast 9, No Time to Die, Mulan, Peter Rabbit, for some odd reason. I don't even know why we're talking about that one. All of these movies, it was without a doubt that that was about to get canceled. I just don't know, or not canceled, postponed, or delayed. I'm curious on how this is going to essentially throw a monkey wrench. The MCU, they have a very strict schedule of this movie comes out here, then however many months down the road that one comes off. So are they going to shift everything and everything is just going to be postponed 6 months? Or are they just going to keep with the original release plans? Probably not. They're going to shift everything. So weird. We're gonna have to send up a GoFundMe. Yeah, New Mutants. New Mutants is getting the shaft, literally. Like, I remember doing a trailer reaction for that movie back in like 2017, and that movie has just been teasing me, and not even me, just everyone. It's crazy, man. Like the New Mutants movie, I really hope that it's this weird movie that we don't get to see for 10 years, almost like a Boyhood where they shot it over 12 years, but they shot the movie and then 12 years we get to actually watch the movie. So it's like a weird time capsule type thing. I think that'd be hilarious. Studio Ghibli, yeah, Studio Ghibli films. I know that our local theaters, which are closed now, they always have those movies showing or show those, so I haven't actually dove into essentially anime or anything like that. That's definitely a wheelhouse or a genre that I'm not too familiar with. Yeah, Tyler, these $20 VOD. What do you guys think of those $20 VOD kind of rentals that they're doing with Universal and a few other ones that are popping up now? What do you think of that? Hey, I'm not going to spend $13 to $15 to go see a movie in the theaters. I'm going to watch it at home for $20, 48-hour rental, essentially bring some more people over. It's just, is this going to cause a change in the way movies are released? Like, if Universal does this and they find out they make a butt ton of money, are they going to start doing this or have a different window moving forward where they almost throw it on VOD before Blu-ray and whatnot, or like move that schedule up? It's gonna be a interesting time, and again, I don't have $20 to do that, so I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Have I seen the movie Containment? I have not. No, I have not seen Containment. Is that another kind of like Contagion or Outbreak or something like that? You should join Discord. Yeah, Patrick, I think I will have definitely more time to play video games, so I wouldn't be, I might not be opposed to playing some more video games, and we can get at it. I have a PlayStation 4, so if you got a PlayStation or you're part of the PlayStation family, we can definitely play games together. Second Street Marvel, yeah, man. In my parents' basement. Yeah, I had to move back in with my parents. No, just kidding. I'm still in Austin, Texas at my sister's place because, again, I was supposed to be down here for South by Southwest, and obviously that got canceled. But now, within the 4 or 5 days I've been down here, every single kind of restaurant, bar, establishment, like I had tickets to see Doug Loves Movies and also Hannibal Buress at a comedy show. They canceled absolutely everything, so it's just cancellation after cancellation after cancellation. Yeah, Alex, yeah, you're gonna have to get popcorn at home now. The thing is, it might be cheap. It's obviously cheaper to watch movies at home because you can get your own popcorn and all of that stuff, but I don't know. It's gonna be weird. It's like, is this going to hurt the movie sphere, or is it going to actually enhance it? Like, when the movie theaters finally come back up, are people going to run out to it? Yeah, Reaction for Life. If Disney did do that with $15, I think $15 is too low, to be honest. I think that it's got to be 25 or a little bit above 25 for them to make some sort of profit, I would say. I wouldn't even say profit, just making some sort of their money back. It might sell Disney Plus subscriptions, but is that going to cover the cost of how much Black Widow would make? I mean, I'm not going to say that Black Widow is going to make as much as Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel made, I think it was $1 billion or a little less, a little more. So if they can do some Excel spreadsheets and find out that it's going to make an ass ton of money, then yeah, go for it. But I don't think for $15 for 48 hours, because then you also have to run the risk of piracy, because I feel like that would be so much easier to pirate a movie. Yeah, $20 for Troll World Tour. I'm sticking away from that one. That's all you, man. $20 is less than I'd spend to take all my kids. Yeah, that's true. That's another thing. I was talking to my sister. She is not a frequent movie viewer or movie goer, theater goer, I would say. So I kind of was asking her how much she usually would spend to go to a movie. So I think that people. I don't know. It might change. It might be a thing where people are very much kind of looking forward to that. How do I donate? What games would you play on PlayStation? PlayStation, the games I have right now, I mean, I've kind of been going back and forth. The last one I want to say I platinumed, because I'm weird, and whenever I get a game, I want to actually completely finish it. I was finishing up Jedi Fallen Order. Love that game. I never played a Souls or a Bloodborne type game, but I feel like that's very much like the fight style is like that, where it's kind of almost a rhythm. You slash with the lightsaber, kind of roll away, maybe a force power or something like that. So that's probably the last game I've played. I downloaded that new Call of Duty Warzone, that big 150 player open world, kind of almost what do you call it, Fortnite-esque. Not exactly that you're building shit, but I downloaded that right before I left, so I might play that when I get back to Iowa. You're at your sister's. Is she cute, Patrick? I did ask her. I said, hey, if I go over this hour, you can come back. You can come on the stream and we can talk and people can ask you questions. So I don't know. Maybe you'll have to find out. Disney gonna do $50 rentals. Everyone, yeah, Disney can desperately or absolutely get away with $50 because I know that there's people like us that would absolutely pay for that. Dan Jensen coming through. Go buy yourself something pretty. Oh my gosh, thank you, Dan. Oh my gosh, thank you. No, seriously though, all jokes aside, thank you so much for just throwing me a couple schmeckles in this weird time of need. Again, there's people that need more support than I do. Look, I'm lucky enough to be fortunate in my situation, but if this continues for 3 to 4 weeks, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. If anything, I'll just have to write more scripts or something for us to, or sketches and stuff for us to do. Alex Madden, I hated Bloodborne. Yeah, I watched my brother play Bloodborne quite a bit, and I watched him play one boss battle for like 3 days. Like, no lie, he'd come home from work and there was this one like flaming dog boss battle. I don't know the name of it, but yeah, I watched him get beat up and lose it time and time and time and time again. So Bloodborne, I feel like Souls and Bloodborne is very much like hardcore. Jedi Fallen Order, depending on what difficulty you play, it's a little bit more approachable of a game. Patrick, you want to? Hey, I'll ask her if she wants to be on, and then you could definitely ask her some questions. Jennifer joining the chat. Thank you for joining in. Jaren loves movies. Jared, I can't talk. Thank you. No, thank you so much for joining in, man. I appreciate it. Got any questions? Drop them in the chat. I appreciate all the support again from everyone. No, Alex, no. I appreciate the kind words, but I know that you're in a much dire need of some cash flow because I'm curious. Yeah, you're just not working. I don't know. I keep bringing this conversation back to this pessimistic mood about this whole coronavirus. Has this actually gotten you guys to watch more of your backlog or watch things that you wouldn't normally watch? I'm kind of curious about that. So we have a question from Kenneth over on Facebook. He said, will you do a video on drag? Um, no, I know that people always think that I'm into weird stuff because I'm wearing costumes and wigs all the time, but drag is a whole different aspect. Almost that's that like even if I did that, that'd be like a disrespect to people that actually are into drag and whatnot. Because again, what I'm doing is comedy, kind of. I guess you'd call it comedy. Some people would call it just a crazy person up here. Um, so no, I do not have enough stuff for drag essentially. Um, Drop them questions I don't understand. Let's see here. I think on Twitter I got some more questions. Retract. Is your brother cute? I'm sure I will be doing a live stream when I get back to Iowa, so I can ask him if he wants to be on. Oh God. Okay, hold on. Bear with me while I find the questions. I got a PlayStation new mode, Call of Duty when you go up to Iowa. Yeah, man, just send me your PlayStation PSN name. There we go. I think my name is JBuck902. So if you have a PlayStation 4, add me and I'll add you, JBuck902. Greetings from sunny Vietnam. Welcome to the chat. Da, da, da. Yeah, I'm definitely late. I know all these messages are like, you're late for the live stream. Where are you? Well, I couldn't figure it out. Technology is tough. Hold, please. Unless you guys got more questions. Where the heck are the questions? Love your channel. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that. No, you're always commenting and everything, so that very much keeps me going here. God damn it, where are the questions? Have I submitted a question? Oh yeah, Dan has a question. Have I submitted a question? Yes, you have. All right, Trivial Theater has quite a few here. Dan, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, usually I run this through two different computers, and my other computer has all of my stuff on it. So yes, I feel like whatever you do, I'm gonna end up doing because that just seems to be the way it goes. Sketches, reviews, our thoughts on movies. We're very much like I don't watch your videos before I do mine. Wink, wink. Okay, so Trivial Theater gave me a lot of questions, and I love it. Of the mini skits, of the mini skits you've done, which one is your favorite? Oh my gosh, honestly there's so many, and I wish I would have almost had a highlight reel to go through and see which ones, kind of spark a memory, because sometimes I feel like I get into this zone or mood where I'm like, none of what I've been doing lately is great, and then I'll go back and watch some of my old stuff, and it's just weird how it grows over time. But I would say that probably the intro or skit for Ad Astra, where I essentially like put on a spacesuit. I green screened myself like I was floating in a space station, and then like if you haven't seen that movie, there's a scene with a monkey, and I reenacted that. I thought that just the way it did, I pulled it off. Again, it's not super technical because it's all green screen and this and that, but with the limited resources I have, I thought it was pretty cool how I was able to do that. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, jump over to Ad Astra and just watch the first 10 seconds of that to see that sketch. What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? What is my name? Oh my gosh. Well, whenever I play role-playing games, I don't know if that's what you're asking. Whenever I play role-playing games, I always play as a woman because I like that point of view or perspective. And for some reason, I think I always name my character Tiffany. It's Tiffany or Veronica, so maybe I have a thing for a Tiffany or a Veronica. I've never dated one with a Tiffany or a Veronica, so who knows? Um, I don't play PlayStation anymore. Patrick, you gotta get on PlayStation. No, PC is for losers. PC is so slow compared to a PlayStation. A PlayStation is OG. The controller setup is the best. You're foolish. No, don't be playing games on a keyboard. Can review a movie. How boring? Okay, from Alex. How boring is Ad Astra? Um, I didn't think it was okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop myself before I even say that. Yeah, it's somewhat. It's a slow movie. I wouldn't say it's boring. It's slow. It's a very slow movie. I would say it's a very gorgeous looking movie, and kind of the small glimpses of the world that they set up and how space travel and everything works. But really, it's just him floating through space and him essentially inner monologuing to himself. So, I mean, I know that some people are into it. They liked Brad Pitt in the film and kind of where it went. I just personally thought that, God, what's his name? The old Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones. I thought he was very just in the film, and they hit him. They hit him away, but he was on screen enough that it just didn't work for me. Oh, trivia theater. No, trivia theater. I'm so bad at. I've had so many people ask me recently, actually, if I like the Monty Python movies and everything like that. I haven't watched any of the Monty Python films, any of that. The Holy Grail. I remember we were in high school, and this one new kid moved to school, and he kept talking about it, kept talking about it, kept talking about it, and we were gonna watch it. But then we ended up watching, I think, Step Brothers for like the 20th time instead. So I just have never gone to watch that movie or like Robin Hood, Men in Tights, or anything kind of in that sphere of comedy movies. um, Dragon Skull, do you get to see previews of movies before everyone else, like Chris or Jeremy? Unfortunately, I don't. And I wouldn't say that that's a pro or con, but very much in this reviewer sphere. If you get a review up quicker, you get more reviews or get more views for your review. So unfortunately, I don't get to see those movies early. I've had it happen once, and it was for for Godzilla King of the Monsters. And that was because a brand new theater had opened up close by. It was an IMAX, and they wanted to show it on the big screen, but they haven't given me an advanced screening since. So unfortunately, I have to see movies Thursday night like any everyday person does. Mark Escobar, welcome, my man. Welcome to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, ridiculousness. Thank you so much for joining in the chat. I will say this is not my normal setup, and I don't know if the screen or sound is lagging. If it is, I apologize. Everything is usually much better with my internets at home. No, Patrick, that's not how computers work. You can't just take parts out and put parts back in. It doesn't work that way. Jennifer asks, are you going to review old movies? I do review typically old movies in a comedic light called JBuck Classics. It's very much like me in the 90s, reviewing it with the mind of a younger me in the 90s. I might be doing quite a bit more of those, but I do know that there's a couple Netflix movies that popped up, and they're not new, but they're movies that I didn't see. For example, there's one that's like a 2018-2019 movie called Freaks, and I watched that right before I came down here, and I thought it was crazy. I thought it was really good, and I want to write up a review for that, so I might have a review for that tomorrow, but I also I'm going to try doing an ending explained poorly for that film as well, because it was just so weird, and I don't know how I missed it. I'm curious if it was a straight to streaming or a straight to VOD type movie. Yeah, Alex, I'm sorry, man. I haven't seen any Monty Python. Yep, Dan, I totally agree. Yep, consoles all the way. Like an N64, perfect console. You know, the controller is shaped like a boomerang for some reason with another thing in the middle. The perfect console. Ronald, thank you so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Always so kind on social media and Twitter and everything. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that, my friend. We need a tour of Texas during this pandemic. Well, I did. I went down to this one, mind you. This was like 3 days ago, before everyone was out of toilet paper, staying away from everything. We went down to essentially like the bar street, 6th Street, I believe, down by the river, and it's supposed to be packed. It was a nice day, and we could just move around freely and go into bars as we wanted. It wasn't that crazy, so I think, yeah, obviously some smarter people, maybe older, younger, were actually taking the advice to stay inside. Can I review Forever Strong? What's Forever Strong? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Depending, I mean, again, I don't even like having a set schedule, because I think I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a little rant right now, but there's certain people that make a schedule and put it out, and then all of a sudden all of these other people start copying those people. So I don't like doing a schedule. It's almost this weird thing where I'm tied to it. I feel like I have to get it out there. I know that some people like that, where they're like, oh, okay, on Tuesday I can see this review on his channel, or Thursday this review. I don't like doing schedules, so I'm probably not going to do that moving forward, I guess. Yep, movie Oracle, Ashley, I'm definitely going to hell. You know what? That might be what I do over this however many weeks I don't have to work or get to work, is go and watch a bunch of movies that I've just never seen, because I'm from Iowa, I've never seen Field of Dreams, I've never seen Gone with the Wind, I've never seen Casablanca, I've never seen Citizen Kane. Like, I haven't seen a shit ton of movies. Yeah, Patrick, thank you so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Your time is worth everything. I'll definitely be sure to stop by your stream, and also message you if we're still doing those that Resident Evil collaboration, because again, my schedule is very clear right now at the moment. You should visit Dallas, Texas. I live there. Dallas, Texas. I think I've only driven through Dallas, Texas once. Uh-oh. Is the stream cutting up? Yeah, I've only been through Dallas once. I drove up to San Antonio yesterday to hang out and record a video with Rudy from Rudy's Movie Reviews, aka the movie date now. So that should be coming on the channel sometime soon. Uh-oh, we got a poor connection. Let's see here. Can we help you persuade Dwayne Miller? Yes, we found out that Dwayne from the Cinemania World podcast has a mixtape from 2012. He needs to release that mixtape. We got to get it out there. If you don't know who Dwayne is, Dwayne Miller or Cinemania World, go over to the Cinemania World Twitter page and just spam it asking for the mixtape. We need it to be heard. Let's see here. Check out some Studio Ghibli. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to. American History X, I've seen. That movie was kind of weird, man. Very much, I kind of like the black and white and the beginning and after and all that stuff of how that really played out. Man, the weird thing, or not the weird thing, but the scene where there's that, curb stomp or whatever. There's certain things that just makes my, like, certain sounds that makes my just skin crawl, is styrofoam, fresh snow, but that sound of teeth on pavement or teeth on anything just makes my skin crawl. So like that scene, I almost fast forward every time because it is just, ugh, freaks me out. Jaren, yeah. No, man, I totally understand. Like, some people like the schedule and it helps them stick on task. I don't, because it's always this weird thing where I think I'm like forced to do certain things, where maybe I'll have an idea to do something, but then 2 days later I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore, but then I threw it on my schedule. So if I do have a schedule, it's more of an outline, like, hey, this might happen, this might not. And then also I joke about it, like that. For example, I made like essentially a comedy schedule or a parody schedule, and it was ranking the best deli meats to eat in the movie theater, and that turned out to be an actual video on my channel because some people wanted to see it. So if there's those weird movies that, or weird videos that I just make up and people actually want to see them, I'll make those videos because I like doing just completely random things that don't make sense. I mean, obviously, it took a lot of research to figure out what deli meats needed to be at the movie theaters. So there was that. Dorito Chip Gamer, thank you for joining in. Watching the Avengers right now. Yeah, Disney Plus. If you got Disney Plus, you can binge all of the MCU movies and get ready for Black Widow when it comes out in 2022. Gone with the Wind, yeah, Jennifer, you've seen Gone with the Wind. I know of it. I know I know certain scenes and what happens in Gone with the Wind. I haven't seen it. Yeah, Tyler, we definitely we definitely got to collab with, hell, I got to collab with you. I got to reach out to you and set something up. Because again, I have movies and nonsense, but it's just more fun to sit down with someone and kind of go back and forth. Especially, you get a little silly every now and then. Marco, love for film. Yeah, man. Hey, Mark Escobar, if you have any sort of passion for film or reviews or just getting your voice out there, man, you definitely just start up a channel. I know that my biggest fear was right away. I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted everything on my channel to be perfect. I mean, as you knew, or maybe you didn't know, this live stream did not work out starting the way I wanted. But you just have to realize you're going to run into mistakes. You're going to learn a bunch of things over the time that you're doing it. You're going to learn to review better. You're going to be able to learn to analyze film and just have a better voice and vocabulary. But man, if you want that, start up a channel. There's tons and tons of cool film-centric people on this platform that I've met, like people in the chat right now, like Tyler. I've been friends with him for so long. Dan over in Australia, Ashley over in Australia, Patrick in Australia, like so many people that I would have never ever met if it wasn't for YouTube and film and whatnot. And those are some people that I've sat down with and we've talked for about an hour. And then we talked 3 hours after that 1 hour that we recorded, because it's just these people, you find who your friends are. You have a lot of people in this sphere, but then you find people that you really can connect with on a different level. Yeah, Dan, I think you are fantastic at almost coming up with things like that, like the Bongo News segment that is weekly now. I love how that. I don't know how much planning you had put into that. I don't know how difficult it is to work around Bongo's schedule because of his alcoholism, allegedly. But I love how you did that. I have not meaning Bird. I have not seen 12 Angry Men either. There's probably anything before the 60s I have not seen at all. But I know Casablanca. I basically know how Casablanca, the whole story goes, because I've seen 2001's Out Cold. If you haven't seen 2001 Out Cold, it has Zach Galifianakis as a very young Zach Galifianakis, and it's like snowboarding, and apparently it follows the exact same story beats as Casablanca. So I've seen Casablanca in a roundabout way. The crazy thing of me, reaction life, you have MMA, movies, soccer, man. And see, that's the thing, is like everyone has such weird kind of, you may like movies, but you're going to like everything else. Like I love movies and I love kind of creating things, but I also love to go out and dance. Not like ballroom dancing or like professional dancing, just going out and dancing with my friends, because in college I was in like a dance club, a hip hop dance club, and my sister and myself, we were actually choreographers. Favorite Kubrick film? Ooh, I haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut, so that one's off the table. I know that people say I need to watch that one. I'm going to go with probably The Shining. 2001: A Space Odyssey is very slow now. I've watched it a handful of times, but I'm sorry if you're a purist or a real big fan out there. I gotta say it's a little bit slow. I mean, it is. My friend actually went and saw it on 70 millimeter, I think, in Chicago, and he said it was absolutely bananas to see on the big screen. But I don't know, that one just doesn't do it for me. Alex Madden, Casablanca is an amazing film. You should see Casablanca. Okay, maybe I will. Again, I have a lot of crap and a lot of time right now. Because of what's going on, are you invested in watching Beards of Prey? Oh God, Beards of Prey was one of the funniest misprints or typos on Twitter that turned into essentially a real movie because Dan photoshopped something. But Jennifer, I think, asked if we were gonna watch Birds of Prey, or how, I don't know how the story came to be, but misspelled it as Beards, and then Dan added Beards onto all of the cast of Birds of Prey. Eyes Wide Shut, brilliant. Clockwork Orange, yeah, okay. Dragon Skull. I watched maybe the first 30 minutes of A Clockwork Orange, but I just wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the right time or right place. I know that people love that movie. It just didn't stick with me. I don't know. There was something about it that just I wasn't invested at that time. I kind of know. I think I've read things about how it ends and how it sort of plays out, but I haven't watched the film per se. Yeah, Mark Escobar dancing is great. No, that's the thing, is that everyone has their own style. Everyone feels the music differently. Everyone can dance to certain music while others can't dance to that kind of music. I don't know, it's weird. I never knew I liked dancing until I joined, again, that dance club and in college, and I loved it. Favorite Scorsese movie? Scorsese. Oh my gosh. I gotta get a list of them up here. Scorsese films. I don't feel like I've seen a lot of his earlier stuff. Like Goodfellas I've never even seen, and Casino I've only seen bits and pieces of because of, I think my roommate in college was watching it, and Joe Pesci is absolutely bananas in that movie. And Taxi Driver I haven't seen. See, I mean, I'm just scrolling through this, and a lot of his movies I haven't seen, and I don't want to be cliched, but I probably am going to go with The Wolf of Wall Street. That movie, I remember, just like, it's a 3-hour movie. It flies by. It absolutely flies by. And everyone and anyone in that film is amazing. Margot Robbie is perfection in that film. Probably go with that one. But again, there's a lot of his... I mean, just talking to you guys right now, I'm realizing there's so many goddamn movies I haven't seen. And this is the perfect time for myself, for you guys out there, to go back and rewatch, or come up with, find a list of like movie bucket list. Make a movie bucket list and go and watch at least 10 of them, because you have plenty of time. Am I excited for Black... hold on a sec. Am I excited for Black Adam? Maybe. I don't know. I liked Shazam, and I liked Dwayne Johnson, but I don't know anything about the world of that and the lore. I know it's DC, and he is essentially a different kind of Superman character, and then Black Adam is the inverse or complete opposite of him. So I don't know. I really don't know. And who knows? It could be a movie that doesn't come out until 2022 now. I don't think 2001 is necessarily so, but rather too long. Yeah, Alex, no, everyone has their own opinion. I think it was just a thing that I didn't know what I was expecting to get into, because the first opening bit, I really thought I had clicked on the wrong movie. But then once it gets into certain things, I was like, I don't know how the hell Kubrick filmed this at the time that he filmed it, because I mean, it makes sense why he filmed the moon landing. Like, we all know he filmed the moon landing. But the ending also with the bright lights and the music and whatnot, it's very trippy. I mean, I'm sure if people go to screenings of it now, they're very much using sports-enhancing drugs during it. Oh my God, Tyler, I would love to dress up as TMNT, or even, oh God, what is it? Rocksteady, or not Rocksteady, the two babies, or even Vanilla Ice when he's singing Ninja Rap. That'd be great. Forever Strong, juvenile detention, rugby player. Hey, Reaction Life 21. Where is Forever Strong playing? Is that on streaming, or is it going to be a rental? Because I have quite a few, Netflix, Hulu, a bunch of other crap. There's a squid out there drinking nutter scotch. My guy, go watch Goodfellas and Taxi Driver. Yeah, I definitely need to go watch some more stuff, Dorito, because I know that people compared Joker to Taxi Driver. That's why some people were on the opposite side of not liking the film, because that film had already been done. I never saw that film, so that's why Joker really landed with me a little bit more than it did. Have you ever seen Chronicle? Yeah, I actually was just talking about Chronicle the other day with some friends, and I remember that's kind of, I wouldn't say the peak, because I feel like the peak was, I think, Paranormal Activity in 2004 for kind of found footage, and obviously before that was the Blair Witch. But Chronicle was very much like a unique film of how you can use found footage but also turn it in this almost grounded superhero type story. I'm not superficial or anything, but I'd say Wolf of Wall Street. Dan, I mean, you love Margot Robbie, so yes, absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Actually, speaking of Margot Robbie, there's a bunch of people. I was talking to my friend, and he had not seen I, Tonya. Has anyone else seen I, Tonya? And did you really enjoy that film? Because I remember growing up and knowing about the news story and everything on the news about it, and that clip of her, Nancy Kerrigan, I believe it is, crying where she got her leg bashed in. And I loved I, Tonya, actually, because I think it's just a thing that I knew what I knew the actual events of how everything played out, but I loved how they almost steered into they kept it on par, but a little bit of parody in the film. Favorite Spielberg film? I will probably go with Jurassic Park. I think that's one of the first ones I saw, and that one just sticks with me today. And I would even today, when that guy gets eaten on the toilet, I still laugh my ass off, and the special effects still hold up today. Like, it is, I think Jurassic Park is, I wouldn't say one of my top 10 favorite movies, but that's definitely a fantastic one. Secret of Ooze, yeah, we should get on a Discord and get a Secret of Ooze TMNT. I'm pretty sure it's playing on Netflix. Get a big old watch party going on right now. Let's see here. Who disliked? Yeah, Meaning Bird. I have a lot of people that don't like. You know what? That's funny. I'm going to talk about this. I have 2 to 5 people that every single time I upload, they instantly dislike my video. So I don't know if I wronged these people, or they're bots, or what is going on, but there's definitely some people out there that are like intentionally targeting my videos. So if you are one of them and you're in the chat, please chime in. Let me know. Ashley, you were bored by I, Tonya? Why were you bored by it? You got Margot Robbie, you got Paul Walter Hauser, you got Sebastian Stan in the film. And then, God, what's her name? The mother that plays her mother, obviously. Like, she was fantastic with the parakeet. Favorite email service? I'm gonna go with Gmail. They're very reliable. They don't, you usually send me targeted ads. So I would say that my favorite email service is definitely Gmail. Yeah, Mark Escobar. The opening of Jurassic Park. That's another thing is he's like shoot ha, shoot ha, like that part, or like Clever Girl. I mean, it's so quotable, but it's so like that's kind of a movie that this whole generation. I feel like that was the one that kind of was like, oh Jesus, this is what film is. This is crazy. Let's see here. It's a rental you can watch on YouTube. Okay, I'll try to check it out since it's on YouTube. Reaction Life. Movie Oracle Ashley says Warriors of Virtue. I have not seen it, but let's see what it is. Warriors of Virtue. What do we got here? We got 1997. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've never seen Warriors of Virtue, but I absolutely totally remember this box art, going to the video rental store all the time, but I never was able to, I wouldn't say able to rent it, it's just a movie that I never watched. Which is so weird because I remember having to watch a bunch of just random whatever was on TV I would watch. Tyler, yeah, man, yeah. I don't know who these dislikers are. I don't know if they are jealous or I don't. It's very baffling. It's so sometimes it's discouraging, but now you almost have to laugh at it because it happens every single time. And YouTube also goes through and takes away what they know is spam, so they just throw that away. Reaction Life 21. Yes, I actually setting up a Discord for all of my essentially fans and stuff is something that I've been meaning to do. Quite a few people have reached out to me to do it. Again, I just haven't had the time, and hopefully this, again, who knows, I'm going to make the best of this situation that if I don't work for a month, what can I do in this month? And there's going to be a lot of things that I'm setting up, a lot of new things, people I'm going to reach out to that I want to do videos with and collab, so stay tuned for some crazy stuff. Oh, god damn, Dan is the one that's been disliking. Thank you, Dan. Hey, it's engagement, man. It's engagement. Can you imagine calling me? Yes, please, yeah, YouTube, can you tell me who disliked my channel? I would like to know, please, thank you. Okay, bye. Hi, YouTube, I want to speak to your manager. Yeah, you have to have, like, the Karen haircut, or Carol, or whatever the hell. Yeah, I just saw that, the Tyler Rope. Karen. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, think of obscure, like, 90s, like, I feel like there's a whole ton of obscure, like, early 90s, mid-80s movies, like, the one that, Paul Rudd, he always, every time he goes on Conan O'Brien, or he used to, he would always play a clip from Mac and Me where the kid is in the wheelchair and flies off a cliff. Like, I guess the backstory of Mac and Me is, like, essentially, it's they were trying to make a knockoff E.T. movie, and the kid's, like, in a wheelchair, but at the end, something happens, and it's like, this is a kid's movie, like, this is crazy. So, yeah, Mac and Me is wild and weird. Let's see here. This is a Bronx-bound D Express train. Woo-hoo! I don't know what... Am I supposed to know what that means? I'm so confused. I'm confuzzled. Why do movies take so long to make? It's a good question. I don't make movies, so I don't know. But I have heard... Excuse me. I mean... Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, because, again, I'm far from a professional and even know what the hell I'm talking about. But I think that filming typically takes, 3 to 4 months? And, I mean, it's all of that piecing that together after the fact that probably takes a bulk of what takes long for a movie. Because if you have a ton of special effects, it's going to take forever. Think about how long Endgame probably took to... I don't create and whatnot. Or not create, but just to animate and everything. Train to Busan. Train to Busan is a film that is on my top 5. I need to watch. Everyone reaches out to me. That is what I'm going to do probably this week. I might do it tomorrow. I'm working on some stuff. I'm working on as much as I can here, but I know it's on Netflix. I started it twice, and I just wasn't in the right mood, or I was too tired, so I'm very much watching that because everyone says that it's insane. Like, every car is like a video game level, and it's like a zombie on the train type movie. Like, I'm very much excited for that. Do we have spam? Do we have spam from Bingo? I'm sorry, we had to put him in timeout. It's not spam if it is Bingo. Yes, Wishbone. I was a big fan of Wishbone. I used to watch that all the time. I got a bingo! Wishbone was like my jam growing up. Clifford, God, what else was on it? Arthur. I didn't watch the Dragon. Was it Dragon Tales? Yeah. Just put them out something like Fantasy Island. Let's see here. Pre and post production takes the bulk of it. Bigger movies take longer. Smaller movies can be made and released the same year. Yeah. Essentially, like, didn't Saw, I mean, Saw is a rare exception, but didn't that get filmed in like 30, or like it was completed in like 30 days? I mean, mind you, if you watch the film again, I wouldn't say it entirely holds up because it's very, I would say, rough acting, but it's all filmed in like one single room. There's a few outside pieces and whatnot. So yeah, that film was just an anatomy. I can't even talk. I was about to say Paranormal Activity as well. That was another film that just kind of feels like it was whatchamacallit. What Samba? Wishbone was the Wishbone was awesome. I remember the Halloween episode and the one, I think the Halloween episode, or maybe it was a different one, where the time machine, where they were doing the time machine episode, those Morlocks or whatever scared the bejesus out of me as a kid, because Wishbone runs to the time machine and flips it on, and the light scares them away. Like, that was, oh my gosh, that I loved Wishbone, but that also scared the crap out of me. Fanjecture, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I was actually going to message you, and you can message me back rather than talk about it here, but that collaboration we have coming up, there's not going to be any May movies in the theater, so I don't know what we're going to debate over, man. You have a goat named Wishbone? Oh, wow. So you're saying that Black Christmas was announced in May 2019 and released in December? Like, it was announced, or it was like completely like announced, they put a script, they filmed it, and then they pieced it together and released it? Because, I mean, I will say that it shows. It absolutely shows that that's the case. So Barney and Friends, Pingu and Kipper. I think that I missed that. Dragon Oh my god. Yeah, I think my go-to for PBS Kids growing up was Arthur, Wishbone, and also Redwall, where it was like those mice and rats and little other creatures that were based in like a world of medieval and whatnot, which that scrapped Mouse Guard movie and the concept from that very much reminded me of Redwall. All right, man. Fanjecture, I am glad you have ideas, because I was looking at our conversation and I was like, none of these movies are coming out. So, yeah. Going back to the questions, Trivial Theater asks, what is your favorite color? It's weird because I grew up and my favorite color was always green, but I feel like it's orange. It's a mixture of orange and green, not together, but like you have orange, boom, you have green. And that also explains why growing up, those like starter jackets with the star, and they were all the sports teams or whatever, Every kid had one in the mid-90s. I had a Dolphins one, and I remember everyone thought I was a Dolphins fan and would ask me, like, hey, are you watching the Super Bowl because Dan Marino and this and that? But I was like, I just got this jacket because I like the colors. the Which Marvel movie are you most excited for? Me, Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, or Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is in the Legend of the Ten Rings. I don't know, because we haven't seen even a single picture from the Eternals, and I, for some reason in my mind, we got the Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was fantastic. They went into a property that no one knew about, but I feel like the Eternals, this one is not going to work for them. Obviously, Marvel has a formula. They know what they're doing. They have Kumail Nanjiani, and he's ripped as all hell. So I'm a little skeptical about that, but I do kind of want to see Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I don't like how they moved a little bit further away from just like a horror-type film. But I will say I'm very excited because I think that this is going to open up the potential for like other characters. Like, I feel like the X-Men or Fantastic Four could potentially come out of the Multiverse of Madness. I'm looking forward to that one, but again, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, man, Mark Escobar. I'm definitely wearing God, I can't even talk. Wearing green right now. So yeah, I'm all over that. Film Geeks, yes. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for the donation. Always a good man. Always has the high energy. So thank you so much for making it to the chat, my man. I appreciate it. Ryan487, what's going on? Thank you for joining in. This chat sucks. Yeah, Tyler. That is exactly why. Tyler, I'm glad you said Sam Raimi doing it. Honestly, what if they actually bring in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man into this universe, into this movie, or at least acknowledge that he exists somehow? It would be weird, it'd be crazy. I don't know how the timeline would throw everything off, but I think it would be absolutely bananas and crazy to kind of see what he's going to do with the film, and what kind of creative liberties is the MCU going to allow him to do for that film. Chloe Zhao behind the Eternals. Is that the... God damn, I can't think of it. Is that the director? Yeah, that's the director, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious on how it's going to play out, because they have so many different big names in that movie, and what they're going to do with it is crazy. Shut the hell up, Ryan. Sorry, I was just joking. I was reading what you were saying. Let's see here. What other questions we got? Trivial Theater sent in a bunch, and I absolutely appreciate that. I don't know if you're still in the chat, you're still listening, but thank you so much. Does 2,099 feel different than 3K subscribers? It does, because you get that 3 in front of it, absolutely. And again, I haven't done it really, but thank you everyone that has subscribed, watched my videos, everything. Everyone that's in the chat right now, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. It's weird. It's weird that I started this off as like a hobby, and I've gained friendships from it. I just met Rudy in real life. I've met people in real life, and people I talk to pretty much every week. Let's see here. At least one angry person. Yeah, Tyler, I absolutely miss movie theaters, because it's like, it's my zen place. It's my happy place, and I don't know how my anxiety and mental state is going to hold up for not going to the movie theater for this long, for sticking it out, and I'm very much counting the days until we get one. Ryan487, get a job, brah. Man, I had one, but they just canceled. They essentially, they're not open because of the coronavirus. So I had a job, now I don't have a job. So thanks, man. Let's see here. Bumblebee. Very much enjoyed Bumblebee. Kind of that, girl and her dog car story, but the opening when they are on, I believe, Cybertron with the Decepticons and what is it? I'm blanking here, but those two basically that whole robot section at the beginning of the movie, absolutely enjoyed it. It was fantastic. So I almost want them to do a whole Transformers world, but also steer into Beast Wars, because I grew up with the Beast Wars cartoon in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, and I loved Transformers, but getting into the fact that these robots turn into animals. It was crazy, it was cool, I had a bunch of the toys, and I absolutely loved it. Let's see here. Ryan487, you live in mom and you still live in mom and dad's the fuck? Yeah, I live in my parents' I live in my parents' basement, man. It's what we're all doing. It's the cool thing to do. Should they make Bumblebee 2? I think they set it up for a Bumblebee 2, but the thing is, it's not going to have the magic of Bumblebee 1, because it's no longer with Haley Steinfeld's character, and that's what made that movie. The fact that it was like, again, the dog and the whatever, the car and the girl's storyline, but then him driving off with what is essentially Optimus Prime. I don't think it's going to work out the way that they want it. Yeah, so everyone in the chat that lives with your parents, give a nice thumbs up in the chat. Everyone raise hands up. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, Mark Escobar. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to see if potentially the Daredevil character, hopefully they stick with Charlie Cox, I believe, from the Netflix show, and keep him, because that would be awesome to have that connected. And not only if you're going to make a movie from it, but at least to make it in the universe and make it a potential. Let's see here. Hey Ryan, stop asking about things. Why do you ask things that are not in your business? Hey man, Jennifer, thank you everyone for stepping in and helping me out, man. Shit happens. Jared. Yes, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. You have a whole life to look forward to of this crap. Yeah, Tyler, I agree. I think I liked the Daredevil the most. That was the one that I really enjoyed. Jessica Jones, I liked season 1, but then I fell off of season 2, and I actually missed out on The Punisher. I did not watch The Punisher, but I heard that it's absolutely bananas, and I probably need to do it or check it out. Let's see here. I don't have any more questions on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, so if you guys have questions, throw them down, or if you want to chat some more. I think I'm a little bit over an hour, so I might wrap this up unless you guys want to keep hanging out. I could do this for another maybe 10 minutes before I pee my pants. But yeah, I will say, while you guys are maybe sending questions in, the fact that I essentially don't get to go to work, which is so strange, I'm able to, again, like I said at the beginning of this, spend some more time on some creative stuff. So there's going to be some different things maybe coming to the channel, maybe some more JB Classics, an increase of that. But JBuck Live, that's been something that I've been throwing around a bunch, and I've actually sat down and done a bunch of writing and a bunch of questions, or not questions, but a bunch of kind of specs and how I want that show to be. And that, again, that's going to be a weekly show on Tuesdays, and I don't have a set date, but it's going to be before when I announced it. Originally, I had said the first week of April. It's probably going to be before that. It just depends how much I can put together in the amount of time that I have off. So honestly, that could be something that that could come quicker. And again, it's going to be like a weekly news show with sketches and a bunch of weird stuff in it. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for that. Let's see here. Just followed you on Twitter. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that, my man. Ryan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're leaving chat. Do you want me to answer some questions that you got? Just, send the questions there. I understand that, maybe you're sad that you're living in your parents' basement, but it's okay. Everyone has hardships. No, 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 sir. You suck. Jaren, I will say I am monetized. My channel does make money, but you don't realize how little money you actually make from YouTube unless you're getting 45,000 views a video. If you're doing that, you make, I would say, a lot of money. Reactions and stuff that get a lot of views, you may think you get a lot of money. Unfortunately, you don't, because those people only watch about 2 minutes or whatever the trailer is. So yeah, unfortunately, you're not getting much out of that. Yeah, Tyler, YouTube does not pay the bills. It's all of the other stuff, like, Patreon. There's that. I will shameless plug. I have a Patreon, and you get an exclusive podcast every month and a bunch of new stuff over there. So I think I might focus a little bit more on Patreon content coming up. I would say, yeah, Patreon, and then obviously like affiliate marketing, which is like, advertising for Harry's razors or something like that. That's how you make the money on YouTube, essentially. Yeah, bye, Ryan. I'm sorry. Yeah, Tyler, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I've had, in this last week, I've had Warner Brothers, I've had Paramount, obviously Universal, but I've had all of these studios come in and slowly start claiming all of these trailer reactions that are like 2 years old. Like, It Chapter 2 was just claimed like a week ago. And I don't know if there's an increase where the robot is doing this now, because YouTube came out and said that the robot is starting to claim stuff. But I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, trailer reactions, I wouldn't say they're fun to do. They're easy to do, and they get the views, but you're getting copyright and strikes like that. No, hey, Mark, thank you. I appreciate, again, the kind words. All you got to do is just watch. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. That's all you guys got to do, and that's all the support I ask. Because again, this is a hobby. This is a passion. This is kind of a dream, but it's not like it's going to happen overnight. It could. I know that it has happened for people overnight. But it's the constant struggle. It's putting the work in and hopefully getting something out of it. But I appreciate, like, all of you guys in the chat, all of you gals, all of you ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate that. I love talking to you guys. Actually, that's why. Actually, like, I'm almost to my 3 years on YouTube, and the first 2.5 years I never did any live content, and now I've done a couple, and I really appreciate it, and I really like it, because it's this instant feedback. I started this passion. Yeah, Jaron, no, man, and that's the thing, is like, I can see it, and I would say that you're way ahead of the curve. You are, again, like you said, you're 17. I'm not 17, so I would say, have it figured out. You know what you want to do at a young age, so I would say, don't give up, man. Just keep going. Let's see here. We're at almost an hour and 15 minutes. Obviously, I didn't know how to get the goddamn stream going. I didn't know how to get that going, but I think I'm gonna wrap this up soon. The last comment, Prez, nobody likes talking to you. No, man, no one does. I hate it. It's just me talking to a blank screen. But anyways, no, I'm going to finish this up. Anyone and everyone that jumped into this, thank you so much. Thank you. Obviously, we have limitations here, but I'm going to try to maybe do one of these next week where I actually have my actual setup with the sidebar and the scrolling and all of that stuff. So yeah, anyone, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Like this live stream, please. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Follow my social media on Instagram and Twitter at Jared Buckendahl. Obviously, here on YouTube, it's JBuck Studios. Every single week I have reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. That's kind of the motto of JBuck Studios, because I put a lot of comedy sketches or a lot of over-the-top intros and whatnot to the beginning of my videos. So that's kind of that's the stuff I take the most pride in doing. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm the best at talking about a movie, I'm the most entertaining talking about a movie, but I'm gonna try to be the most creative in those videos. So yeah, that's absolutely what I'm doing. Last few things. My PlayStation username is JBuck902. Basically JBuck Studios, but instead of Studios, it's 902. Yep. Thank you, Dan, for talking about that. Thank you, everyone that is subscribed. Thank you so much, Dan. I'm probably going to be reaching out to you, probably Tyler in the comments, anyone else, maybe even Alex. I got to get you on a podcast, to be honest, man. I'm going to be reaching out to people because I'm going to try doing a lot of weird stuff and podcast, movies and nonsense coming up. So anyone and everyone, thank you again so much for joining. I'm going to get out of here. Bye-bye. If it will end, if it will end.